Hey guys, what's up? I hope you're well. January is going so fast, I cannot believe, like, we just got back into it and time's already flying. I don't know when 11 days have passed, to be fair. But nevertheless, I'm looking forward because in February, I'm going to Finland. It's done, we're going to Lapland and it's so exciting. A lot of exciting things are waiting for us there. I'm gonna daily vlog as well. So don't forget to subscribe in case you haven't already. In this episode, I will be speaking about how to maximize and manage better your holiday allowance, because in the past I've been good at it or I've been really bad at it. So from both experiences, I can kind of like take a few things, throw them on the table, and if you can take at least one thing from it, that would be really good. Now, if you're not familiar with this channel, I basically just share my experiences from the travels that I had in the past few years, give you some tips, do some tutorials as well on a few things that will help you edit your footage or your pictures that you've taken from your holidays better. And yeah, just exchange knowledge really. But now let's just delve into these things and a few things that I've used in the past that helped me just kind of manage better my holiday allowance and just travel more. Last year I traveled 7 times and I still had a few days for like those emergency days that you need when something unpredictable happens. So let's do this. Okay, and I have to say from the beginning, some of these things might not relate to you. Some might be relatable to just certain situations. If you're not working full-time, this video might not be for you. However, if you want to stick around and get a few things and maybe it will help you further on down the line, that's great. If not, I will see you in my next video, no problem at all. Some of these things might feel like they're common sense, but you know what? Sometimes even common sense can be easily neglected, can be easily ignored, and it's good to have that different voice just reminding you, putting things back into context, in a context that you can actually look at again. Nevertheless, I'm sure you can find yourself in at least one and take something out of it. So the first thing that I would like to speak about is what I found in the last 2 years was that if you plan better, just like in anything, if you're prepared and if you plan better, even your holidays and the number of days you are going to use when you travel somewhere is just going to help you a lot more, and it's going to help you save a few days on your holiday allowance. There's nothing worse than when you travel somewhere and you overextended that holiday and you stay for an extra day thinking that you've seen the exact same things, you kind of get bored and you go like, I wish I would have just dropped this day, or maybe book a day trip somewhere there and at least see something different. So planning my holiday really helped me. Like last year in January, I already knew the amount of days I'm gonna spend in Dublin, the amount of days I'm gonna spend in Morocco, in Sweden. I already knew exactly. So just plan in advance, put a few countries on the list and think about how long do you want to spend there, how long do you want to spend there, do some research, what can you do there, and just book just enough days so you can have for other trips somewhere else or for anything else that you want to do. Now the second thing is maybe combine a few destinations. Like if you want to go to Hungary and later on during the year you want to go to Austria, why not just combining them and do them in the same trip? And instead of maybe using 3 days for Hungary and 3 days for Austria, you can do 2 days for Hungary, 3rd day travel from Hungary to Austria, so you'd still get a bit of it, and 2 days for Austria, and that will save you 1 day. And saving 1 day counts, you know, 1 day here, 1 day there, you end up saving a few and you end up traveling more, or you end up doing other stuff like I just said previously. I'm repeating myself, let's move on. So the third thing that I would like to speak about, this might really not relate to a lot of you. Like it depends. Like for example, in America, I know you have 10 days of vacation, and here in England you have 20 days. I mean, you have 28 days, but essentially 8 days are like bank holiday, and the other 20 days are the ones that you can actually use for as your holiday allowance as a minimum. So that's a minimum. In America it's 10. Now, if you're having 10, you'd rather just base your holidays only around public holidays, around bank holidays, because those don't come off your holiday allowance. So here in England, because we have 8 days of public holiday during the year, and because we have 20 extra days, sometimes we wouldn't book around bank holiday. We would mainly book, maybe book once, or just not at all, do other stuff. It's good to think about that. It might be common sense. Some of you might be doing that and be like, dude, I'm always like, what are you on about? Like, I'm always booking my holiday, and that's great, but some don't. And it's best to, even if it's common sense, as I said, it's best to just have someone with a different voice telling you, again, reminding you really. So yeah, just use that bank holiday as well to kind of like book some of your holidays around it. And then the last thing that I wanted to speak about, this is more towards long-haul flight. Like, if you're into traveling as I am, you would love every year to at least have one long-haul flight somewhere. Go outside your continent, go in and explore and experience different cultures. So one thing that I would like to do is, if I have a long-haul flight, if I'm thinking about flying somewhere, I'm researching the flights. It comes always that the cheapest ticket will be one that will have like a 24-hour stop off or a 30-hour stop off. So I will end up taking one extra day from my holiday allowance just so I can get to my destination, travel like 2 days just so I can get to my destination. Or even if you travel for 1.5 days, you're still gonna have to take one extra day from your holiday allowance. You will see that the cheapest ticket will be with like 150 pounds, 200 pounds. So just convert that in your local currency. That would be kind of like the difference between that ticket with 30-hour stop off and one ticket that might have like a direct flight, or within 24 hours you'd get there. So you wouldn't need to take an extra day of your holiday allowance. So you choose the cheaper option, without thinking that those 150 pounds or 200 pounds in that stop off that you're doing of 24 hours, 30 hours, you will end up spending the same amount. Because if it's like 24 hours and you have a stop off in a city, you won't just like stay in the airport for 24 hours and just like go crazy and rethink your whole life. No, you won't do that. You'll probably go out in the city. You might end up even taking a night. Actually, you will be taking a night somewhere there, because you'll get tired. You want to sleep. You won't sleep on the benches of the airport, most likely. So you'll end up spending the exact same thing that you would have like put to make the difference and get a flight that you would have get there within 24 hours and save that extra day of your holiday allowance. But yeah, I mean, those are the things that I kind of used the last few years to book my holiday. Those are kind of like the principles, the planning, etc. You get the point behind it. If you can take at least one thing out of it, I'm really happy to think. Maybe you can comment below actually and let me know. If you have other things that you're using, please do comment and let everyone know that's watched this video and read the comments. So hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget, as I said, that I will be doing a travel vlog in February in Finland, in Lapland. And by the way, if you're out there traveling or if you're thinking about your next destination, as always, don't forget to explore with your heart open, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.